This is Dr. Condor, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the online elementary statistics course. And right now, what's showing is the Canvas homepage for the course, and yours should look something like this. Mine's probably a little bit different when it's in instructor view, but the main thing is on the left here. You have the navigation buttons, and then in the middle, this page is some modules that relate to the units in the course. And so in the beginning here, we have some getting started information, instructor contact information, and so on. And then the next module is some information on the course software, the My Math Lab or My Stat Lab. And then um, you have some links to register to get into My Stat Lab. And then also you have the My Stat Lab instructor code. Now, if you're in the 2 o'clock class, this would be your code. Here, Condor09161. If you're in the 4 o'clock section, if you're registered in the 4 o'clock section, on your web page, it'll say Condor 03928. So again, this is for 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock. When you go to your page, it'll show the right one. Now, first thing we want to look at here is the syllabus. So we're going to click on that. It's a Word file. So you need to be able to open up Word and work with Word files. And if you send me any files, then again, you'll send me Word files. And at the beginning here, just some kind of general information, my name and my office is in 27128 on the Braden campus, and my email, which is really the best way to get in touch with me. And remember, you have to use your SCF email account. And so mine, condorj@scf.edu. And Canvas will be the system that I'll use to manage the course. Some instructors will use the My Math Lab program, but I don't use that at all for any of the management purposes. The Canvas for this course is just for you to do the homework. That's it. And then the meeting times are listed here. So again, you're going to meet at Tuesday at 2 or at 4 in room 27151 on the Braden campus on these dates listed. So you'll see the orientation on Tuesday, August 20th, and then the first exam, September 10th, exam 1, October 1st, exam 2, and so on. So those are all listed, and there shouldn't be any changes to those throughout the semester. And then the course, again, is an elementary statistics class. This is the description that is in the course catalog, the same one that's set up by the state. So all STA 2023 courses around the state basically have the same descriptions. The prerequisites, again, you should have had at least the intermediate algebra level, or maybe you had the pre-stat to get into the course. And then the course format is it's not a self-paced course, so you have to really kind of follow the schedule, work things roughly 1 week at a time, as a lot of online courses are set up like that. But it is a distance learning course, and you are required to go to Canvas and download some things and make some submissions, and or bring them to the exams when we meet. Make sure that you read the announcement. So each week I put out an announcement and kind of let you know what you need to be doing for the course. And the book, it's an e-book that comes with the My Math Lab software. So you need to get that. And then you'll need a calculator. So the calculator, there really is a specific one, type of one. It has to have all the statistical functions on it And we recommend the TI 84 plus, T 84 plus. Those are really the best ones. Now there are some ones that are cheaper. If you are good at maybe doing some YouTube videos, looking up some stuff, learning how to use Casio 9752, the G2, the 9850. Those are, I've seen them online for, actually, I've seen one today for $44 compared to $150 for the TI. But you can get used ones, you could borrow them, you can rent them offline. But you really need to get that. That's a must. You have to have a statistical calculator, not one that does some of the statistics. It has to do all of the statistics that we need, and you'll use it on all the exams and throughout the course. So, very important part. Get busy on trying to dig one up, somewhere. Technical support for the My Stat Lab can be found at this website, or you can call. But they have a really good uh, help system. They work with students really well. Now, so the online course, you have to be participating or you'll be withdrawn from the course. And so the required initial assignment, you've got to get in, register for the My Math Lab, and do that first week's homework to be considered participating. Or it's just like in a regular classroom. If you don't show up to the classes the first week, then you get withdrawn. And the same thing with this course. If you don't do anything, then you're withdrawn from the course. Now, testing, uh, there's 4 unit exams and a final. Again, it's not a comprehensive final, it's just like a 5th unit exam. But we meet on the Bradenton campus for those. And some people live in Venice and they want to go to the Venice campus. That's great. Sometimes people are out of town and they want to take the test at an approved testing center. Um, and that's okay also, but it has to be approved through our SCF testing center. They will look it up and make sure that it will have someone that will be proctoring properly and be able to get and send back the exam after you've taken it and so on. So they have to take care of all that. Students are responsible for communicating with the FDS testing center and then continuing our communication with the instructor and coordinating the communication between the instructor and the testing center that you would use. So it does require some paperwork, and sometimes they charge you also to do that. No, Venice doesn't. Uh, Pat Schaefer, you would get in contact with on the Venice campus, and then she would contact me, and we would make sure that we had the test there for you, and then she would send it back to me. So again, that's got to be coordinated for every test, not just you do it once and then you forget about it for the rest of the semester. That doesn't work. It has to be for every single test. And obviously, if it's approved the first time, you don't have to get it reapproved. But some students do jump around and travel, and they have to make sure that they communicate with the instructor and the testing center well in advance. It's typically got to be at least a week in advance. So when you come to the test, you need your approved calculator and, of course, something to write with and an ID. And you can't share calculators or have cell phones on or anything during the exam. Okay, and I'm not going to cover everything in detail, but I want to try to hit the main points. The grading. So let's take a look at the grading for the course. It says here your course is determined by total points. There's a total of 460 points in the course, and you must earn a higher than a 60% on the final exam to pass the course. So you have 4 unit exams, but then you also, the final is considered separate exam. It is longer. It is worth more points. So you see it's worth 120 points. The other ones are worth 60 points each. And then there are projects, 6 projects, and those you will turn in when you take the exams. So when you take the first exam, you'll turn in project 1. Take the second exam, you'll turn in project 2. And pretty much till the end, then 5 and 6 will be turned in actually with Unit 5. And there is a presentation paper, which is worth 30 points, and you'll go out and collect some data and write about it, and uh, that's towards the end of the course. So again, we'll talk more, and I'll give you more information on that when you get to the end. So you have exams, projects, and a presentation paper to calculate your grade. And a lot of students say, well, there's no homework listed there. Don't we get anything for homework? Well, you do have to do the homework basically to show your attendance for the course. And you go into my math lab and do those problems. They're not very lengthy. They're minimal. So you will need to do them, though, to maintain your so-called online attendance or participation in a course. It's a state law now that all students have to be in attendance to be able to get financial aid and to get support for coursework. So that includes everybody. Now, communication, again, make sure you use your SCF email address when you communicate with me. And then let's skip down here to the schedule. So the schedule is pretty set, and it shouldn't change. Of course, there's always, a possibility of a hurricane or something like that, and it's happened here, in the past a couple times, but it looks good so far. So for now, then you'll see that you'll follow the schedule. The first week you should be doing sections 1-1, 1-2, 1-3. Second week 2-1, 2-2, 2-3, and then the third week, and then the fourth week will be the exam 1, and that's when we would meet back on the 10th, September 10th, to take that exam on this material here. And then we move on after exam 1, and then you do 4, 1, 2, and 3, and chapter 5, and then again an exam, and so on. So we do all these sections, and then an exam, and so on. So roughly about 2 chapters. And then again, your final exam's on the 10th of December. Okay, so I know that the video. I know I'm not going to answer every question that you have, but I'm just trying to get you going. And you still, if you have questions, you can email me. Just remember that the main thing is, get to Canvas, go to your Canvas site, and look at the information. Make sure that you get into my math lab. So if you even just type in, so if you're not even going through Canvas and you type in mymathlab.com, it takes you to the page you need to go to register. And every time you want to go into my math lab, this is where you would go. So this is not in Canvas. Everything else is in Canvas. My math lab is not. You'd go over here to student. You would click on that, and it would ask you for the instructor access code, which is on that Canvas page right there. All right, that's my 2 o'clock. So you type that in, and then they make sure you're getting the right materials for that my section and that course. Now, once you get all signed up, and if you have any problems, there's a support place here. There's a number you can call in or talk. And, they're very good at helping students get registered and throughout the course. So once you get in, then you just sign in. And I've got to See, I have a bunch of courses. Here we go, the Tuesday, 2 to 4. And when you register, your name will show up in here. Again, I don't use this. This is your learning resource. I don't do anything with it except look to see that you're doing the assignments. So here I'll go to assignments. There's a lot of good stuff in here though, so you can play around with it and see what, you know, you may like. The videos, the e-text, the multimedia resources to help you learn the material. But all the sections are lined up here on the left, and you'll see that the due dates, again, you're not getting graded. Obviously, you want to do the problems that go with the sections that you're on before the test, so it is helpful. But all the due dates, that's the last day of the semester, December 13th. So everything basically is open the whole course. And you would go and click on a section, and you would just go in and do it. You'll see there's these questions. Probably take you only 10 minutes or so to be able to go down through and answer some of these questions. And I try to keep them short, but also useful enough to help you learn the material. Okay, so again, that's my math lab. That's pretty simple, and a lot of you may even have used it for some of your algebra courses. And it's one of the best packages out there. Not perfect, but it's a good help for online students. So again, make sure you look at the syllabus, get registered in my math lab, and get started on the homework. Get yourself a calculator, and really get going in the course right away. Don't wait around. Get started as soon as you can. When we get closer to the exam, then I'll talk about this unit here. And there's a review, a formative guide, excuse me, the video for the variables. I'll add some videos in there on things that students ask me questions about. The project is graded. That's part of your grade, doing the projects, and there's a little video on how to do it. And then these are TI-84. They show you how to do only those things that you need to be able to do for that particular exam. There's another video that goes with it. So everything's laid out very well, the whole course. And you just need to get in there and get busy and keep up with the work, and things should work out okay. If you have any questions, again, email me. Don't hesitate to email me, and I'll get back with you, hopefully, as soon as I can within that same day.